So, this morning, I feel total shithouse. I don't know what it is. I had a really bad night. I woke up at about 1:30 in the morning. I was so full of gas. It was just it was unbelievable. I can't explain it, and the only thing that I can assume it was from was I purchased a frozen Coke from Hungry Jack's yesterday, and I had some of it prior to going to bed. I've never had this reaction before in relation to frozen Cokes and having a massive amounts of gas. But yeah, it took a lot out of me actually this morning, and it was quite draining. And for the first time in probably months, my back is in sheer agony. I'm just assuming it was because I was up at that time of the morning on the toilet. Wow, the gas was phenomenal. I've never ever felt anything like it, and the only thing I can put it down to was something called dumping syndrome. Sorry, I'm trying to make myself at least look half presentable, and you think I would have done that already, given the fact that I'm, coming on YouTube. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I haven't felt like this for some time. I have actually managed to do my stretching exercises that I normally do of a morning and of a night time before going to bed. I didn't have a good night's sleep. For the last 2 nights I've had these ridiculous dreams, utterly ridiculous. The night before last it was a zombie apocalypse, honestly, and I woke up so fearful for my life that I found it very difficult to go back to sleep. It's actually almost laughable that I had this dream. And then last night, after the really bad gas, what I can assume was a dumping syndrome, and it's my belief the dumping syndrome is when whatever food you've eaten has a bad reaction to your internal digestive system, and you end up with a lot of wind, a lot of gas, well, it's wind, and a lot of bowel motions. The bowel motion wasn't prevalent last night, but the wind was really bad. Honestly, I was curling up on the toilet. I went from top toilet to bottom toilet to top toilet to bottom toilet just to try and get the wind up, and laid flat on my stomach, tried to massage my stomach, tried everything I possibly could actually. Oh God, excuse me. So my frame of mind this morning isn't too crash hot either, and I don't know, I truly do hate being this way. It's been such a long time since I even did a video from this site. I'm in bed, and I thought I would be above and beyond this now, but obviously not. So I'm still going to have my bad days and good days, unfortunately. On a good note, I start back at the pain clinic this month, Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is great news. I'm going to try and follow up on the DSP to see whether I have any outcome there. I am almost bedridden with this injury, and no, I'm unlike any other person, and yes, I should be thankful that at least I can immobilize myself, which is true. I still do need a lot of care though, unfortunately, and I will need that for long term. My daughter has been wonderful in relation to caring for my needs, my activities of daily living, and everything else for that matter. I've sort of taken a step back lately in regards to my pain and my mobility. I'm actually thinking of purchasing a wheelchair. So yeah, I don't know what to do, guys. I'm just at a loss at the moment, and I mean, I'm also having issues with marriage, like I have always. And I can't understand that either. You know, I won't go there. I won't go there in respect to my marriage at the moment. I think I'll leave that alone. I won't even touch that for now. I've got enough issues of my own to deal with in relation to my pain, my mental health, and all this just seems to strike a nerve. But all this stemmed basically my mood from waking up this morning with horrendous pains in the stomach. And I couldn't even, you know, when you're normally so full, well, I was full of gas, obviously, you sort of try and breathe in, but you can't because you feel so physically full. That's what it was like last night. And, oh, Jesus, I tell you. The operation was a success, great. The bypass, you know, has already given me wonderful, wonderful results. But what really makes me frustrated is the fact that just when I take 2 or 3 steps forward, I'm back here again, taking 10 steps backwards again. So fucking frustrating. I don't know. It's a beautiful day. See if you can see out my window. Hang on, let's have a look. Oh yeah, you can make out the soft floaty clouds. And look who's laying beside me. That's right, Miss Bambi Boos. She's laying beside me. She is always at my side. Dogs must have this sense. Sometimes I think to myself whether she has a sense that I'm only going to live and how much longer, you know. I guess dogs don't have that type of sense, but I know she does have a sense that I'm not well, and I know that because she sticks by my side when I am not well. So what have I been doing so far this morning? Not much. I have been waiting for an email in regards to St. George Auto Finance. I hate St. George, always have, and this just instills it even more. I wish I was well enough to go back to work, and if I was, every single last fucking penny would go on this loan. You know, I made a poor judgment call. I made a judgment call not to put extra money towards my loan when financially I was a little bit more stable, so that I could purchase a car for my husband, so we could get rid of all our rackety old cars, all our problems, because all we were finding we were doing is paying for repairs after repairs after repairs. So we purchased a brand new car. I purchased a brand new car for my husband. However, I totally regret putting the extra money towards that. What I should have done is perhaps settled at a certain amount and then put the money towards my car as well, paying it off in full, because now repossession is getting closer and damn well closer, and it's pretty scary. You know, just the thought of that makes me feel sick, because then it fucks up with the whole family. My daughter wouldn't be able to maintain her job, and if she can't maintain her job, then she can't help me out financially, which she has been doing for a long time now. Don't know. Got all my greys from the stress. Although I am 46 this April, so, you know, that does tell me something. Fuck. I'm so over this day. So over it. On a more positive note, I've had more time to watch and take in more YouTube, Netflix. I've been looking for places in a certain area to move, so it makes it easier for my husband to get to and from work. However, in saying that, I really don't have the energy to actually go out to any more inspections or to fill out any more paperwork. It's just so daunting. I'm just so over today, but I've already said that. Don't know what else to do. And I hate sitting here feeling sorry for myself because it doesn't get things done. I hope your day isn't as bad as mine, that's for sure. Hey to everyone, have a wonderful week at work or at home, wherever your situation takes you. Yeah, so I guess I'll be here tomorrow. So I will see you then. But for now, I have to say bye for now. I'm adding this little piece to my vlog because this beautiful creature has been sitting by my side since the early hours of this morning. She is just the most beautifulest thing I've ever seen. Wouldn't you agree? Baby, you agree? She's beautiful. And I love her so much. She's just divine. So thank you, God, for bringing her into our lives. Hallelujah. What an afternoon I've had, people. What a shitty afternoon I've had, actually. And then I get home to find that all the fucking car parks are gone. So this poor disabled person has to park a mile away when people who have 5 people living in a 3-bedroom home park right close to their doorstep. And that's 2 or 3 cars. I don't fucking know anymore. I'm over people. I'm over people and the way that they're not kind. Anyway, my daughter seems to think that they don't think the same as I and my husband. But unfortunately, I do think that they are selfish people. After all, it's a 3-bedroom house. There's 5 people in it. 5 people own cars. I've had a shitty fucking day. This is the 2nd day I've woken up with nightmare. This time I woke up and had a dream that I was throat cancer, and I don't know, my life at the moment is just, it's on a halt and I don't know where to go with it. This morning I was in bed in pain and agony. I'm out of bed, I'm still in pain and agony, and even more so now because I couldn't park closer to my house. My husband's a fucking total dipwheeze because, you know, he works and he seems to think that he's got now that he works and he's the only one that works in the household, well, he seems to think he's the only one that works in the household. My daughter works full-time too. So he seems to think he's got the right over all of us to be able to eat and just leave his plate on the sink or on the bench. He thinks he's got the right to do a lot of things in the house, but I don't know, it's ironic. When I was working full-time, I was still able to do the housework and everything else along with it. Okay, yes, he used to cook. He used to cook protein and that was it. No vegetables, no nothing. I'm not in a very good mood today, There's just so many people around that are just deadbeats. They're selfish people. They only care about themselves. That's my husband to a T. I don't fucking know. I don't know. His family doesn't seem to give a shit about him. Well, that's his attitude anyway. Okay, coming back to you now. I don't know. I'm just over. I'm over people and them being nasty. They've got no respect for someone else. You go shopping and people just cut in front of you. They ignore you and you're pushing someone in a wheelchair. And just bear with me for a sec. I know it's not a good angle, but I don't really want to get something in that he hasn't really washed or whatever. So, I don't know. I am really over today. I'm over people's attitudes. People are just sheer nasty. Absolutely sheer nasty, and there's no need for it. There's absolutely no need for sheer nastiness. Including someone from your own kin, your own kin. It's just fucking ridiculous. It is very nasty. Anyway. I tell ya. Bambi, what are you doing, Missy? At least it was a nice day today. Hot but nice. Yeah. I don't even know whether I'm going to upload this little bit of my story. It's a load of shit anyway. It's nothing but negativity, and I just got over telling my daughter that a lot of my stuff wouldn't be negative. It would be more positive. But it hasn't really been that positive this afternoon. Fuck. I'm sitting down now. Got my sister's earrings on. Hopefully she'll see them when she watches this video. Like I said, it wasn't really a positive thing that I had to say. It's really a disappointment, to be honest with you. It's sad, really, that people have to be nasty to each other. In my household at the moment, I guess my son, my daughter, and myself, we have an open relationship, which means that we're talking to each other. But at the moment, my husband, he'll go out, not tell anyone where he's going to. He walks down when we're all in the lounge room watching TV. I don't know what he expects, because he just walks down there and he literally doesn't say anything to anyone. He says his daughter will say hello to him. He won't even answer his daughter. I don't understand this man. I don't understand this man. Why is he so nasty to his own flesh and blood? I've spoken to him before and I've said to him, your own daughter feels like you don't love her. I don't know, I'm dumbfounded. I'm just dumbfounded, this attitude this man has. He told his son he was going to the gym on the weekend, and then 4 hours later he's still not home. I'm not going to question where he's been. Why should I have to? The only thing I do question is whether I actually trust this man. This man is someone that I've had 4 separations with and 4 reconciliations with. I swore to myself the last time that I'd never go through anything like a separation again. It's too lonely, it's too depressing. I've clearly got PTSD, because when he yells or carries on, my anxiety goes skyrockets through the roof. And although that's my issue to sort of learn and live with, and I am dealing with these issues, and I have been dealing with them for a long time through a therapist, so you know, I don't really question that I'm not, at least that I'm not sitting back and not doing anything about it. So the great thing is that I'm at least doing something about it, and I have been for years. You know, I seem to think, I mean, I'm not a doctor by no means, but I just wish he'd get diagnosed, you know, and go on some medication, because I seriously think he does. I think he is bipolar. I think he does have some sort of mood disorder, and I don't know, after all these years you think he'd get attention for it. I mean, he got attention for the anxiety. I saw a care plan once when I reconciled with him and we moved, and we were collecting all our paperwork together and all our stuff together to put into a truck and move to our new place. And the doctor had written on it anxiety and mental health care plan. So I know that he's been somewhat treated for some sort of mental health, but I don't know, his attitude towards mental health is that if you've got a mental health issue, then it's Satan inside of you. So he's thought for years and years and years that I have had Satan inside of me. He's called me Satan heaps of times. I don't know. And I give in, and I hate giving in to him, especially sex. And you know, it's ironic because you'll say to me, and where else am I supposed to get it from? The fact that you're even saying that tells me that you're willing to go elsewhere for it. And if that's the case, then why are you with me? I really don't want to buy a house together, and I've decided not to actually buy a house together. So I think that has just gone to the wayside. I'm not going to, I've decided I'm not going to, if he wants access to those funds, then he's going to have to take me to court. So, and that means that the cars, the superannuation, I've got no super, but he has super, all that is going to have to go into the pool where it has to be divided. So, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, I am feeling sorry for myself today, and I am throwing myself a bit of a pity party, and I'm very disappointed that I am, because every day I get that, every day I try and grow that little bit more positive and throw that negativity out the window. So after this video, actually from this moment on, what I will do, no more negativity. I'm going to think positive thoughts, positive affirmations. I'm going to go upstairs, fold the clothes, come down, cook some dinner once I get changed into some casual attire, download this one while I'm cooking, download my other one as well. I've been trying to download 4K, but it hasn't been working, but I will try and continue to download the 4K footage, but we'll give it a go. If it doesn't work, well, it'll have to be 1080p. So, okay guys, thanks for listening to me have a bit of a gripe today. I hope your day or your night isn't too bad. It's going to help me out tremendously if you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, it's bye for now.